We begin tonight new at 4 with some good news. A 5-year-old girl who suffered multiple stab wounds in a serious attack that also left her mother dead is now off of life support. That's according to her grandmother.
So Lily is no longer on IVs and is eating whatever she wants now. According to a Facebook post from her uncle, Lily is smiling, laughing, and FaceTiming with her family. Lily has been hospitalized for nearly a month, this coming after the attack at her mother Cassie's home in North Spokane. Cassie was found dead from multiple stab wounds on April 11th. Now, we're intentionally not sharing their last names. This is to protect the child's privacy. The suspect in the attack had been in a relationship with Cassie. He's currently in police custody awaiting trial, and his bond has been set at $1.5 million.
Well, big news for Spokane after the Spokane School Board approved a new downtown stadium just last night. And of course, this comes after 3 full years of back and forth on whether to build it downtown next to the arena or at the old Joe Albi site in North Spokane.
Brenna Green caught up with members of the GSL over the past 24 hours to get their reaction to this latest news.
Yeah, generally it seems people around the GSL are happy with this decision, as this will be the new home stadium for Ferris, Lewis and Clark, Rogers, North Central, and Shadle Park. The school that is easily the most negatively affected by this shift is Shadle, who was the school closest to Joe Albi. However, it's not like the downtown stadium is that far away from Shadle Park. I caught up with Shadle Park football head coach Jim Mace today to get his take on the stadium's approval. He remains skeptical about some things supporters claim about the new venture, but generally he's just happy that there's some resolution.
From the very get-go, when people were like, oh, bring more fans in, I'm like, I don't know. I think like if people want to watch high school football, they were going to come watch high school football. I know that they told me early on, like, hey, people are going to they're going to go have dinner and drinks and then they're going to come to the game. And I'm like, I think if they're having dinner and drinks, they're never going to make it across the bridge. Like, they'll be over there. They're not coming to the game. So we'll see. But having that clarity and knowing like they're going to start breaking ground and building the stadium and thinking, hey, maybe after this next year, we're going to have a field again. Like, that's awesome. So I'm excited about that.
We'll have more from both GSL members and the USL, who says they will bring a professional soccer team to Spokane once the stadium is built later tonight. Whitney, Tom.
Brenna, thanks for the update. Well, the Pacific Northwest Qualifier Volleyball Tournament is coming back to Spokane. That tournament, which is the largest of its kind in the region, was canceled, of course, last year because of COVID. The first rounds of play are scheduled for next weekend. That's going to be at the Spokane Convention Center and the Hub Sports Center. The event is usually the city's largest tourism event of the entire year, bringing in $12 million in revenue and resulting in about 15,000 hotel room nights being booked. Now, after a difficult year, it's a welcome sight for the hospitality industry.
One word, hooray. It's here, it's coming. We're so excited. It's been rescheduled from March to May, and we can't begin to say how happy we are that it's coming back to Spokane.
So that tournament is going to be a bit smaller this year, with organizers estimating only about half of the number of teams will be participating. New at 5 tonight, though, we have more on what it means for the tourism industry to have one of those large events coming back to town.
Congratulations! Go Cougs! It is a big day for Washington State University students. Today, the inaugural class of physicians from the Elson S. Floyd College of Medicine graduated. They are joined by more than 400 WSU Health Science Spokane students graduating from the Spokane campus. The College of Medicine hosted a virtual celebration yesterday, followed by a drive-through ceremony from students and their family. Today, the College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences and College of Nursing had drive-through ceremonies for their students. So congratulations to all the graduates, and go Cougs.
Yes, Elson Floyd is up there somewhere looking down, so proud of what has been accomplished. Very, very cool. And man, what a great day for that outside.
Sure.
Jeez, 80-something? 80-something degrees.
Yeah, last I checked, it was 83.
Wow.
Man, oh man, oh man. Cloud cover moving in. We talked about how this would be short-lived. We've got a cold front on the way, so let's get right to your weather headlines. Could see thunderstorms and windy weather tonight. I got to tell you, though, the computer models do not have that much moisture moving in, even though we're getting like a 24-degree drop in temperatures. But we will see the wind gusts. Could see some blowing dust out towards areas of central Washington. Now, tomorrow's high temperature will only be 60 60 degrees with wind gusts to 30 miles per hour. And over the weekend, we'll look for highs only at about 60 degrees. I'm keeping an eye on those storms that we're seeing there in northeastern Oregon. Those are beginning to move up to the north. So again, that is not being picked up on our computer modeling, but you can see it right there on actual radar. So this may become a real juicy event later tonight, but we'll be keeping an eye on it. If anything, they would start well after 5 p.m. We're at 80 degrees right now. Wind is out of the southwest at 20 miles per hour. Again, increasing clouds. We'll see an overnight low of 46. Partly cloudy tomorrow, windy and cooler with a daytime high of 61. For the weekend, we'll continue with temperatures below average, 60 on Saturday. Sunday, Mother's Day, we'll look for a daytime high of 60 as well.
Don't forget Mom.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder, Tom.
Sure.
All right, tonight, an exclusive investigation here on KREM 2 following a coronavirus outbreak on school buses in Spokane. The outbreak, of course, caused a lot of concern for parents as well as school staff. In emails between Spokane Public Schools and Durham Bus Services, one bus route in particular was flagged for concerns over and over. That's the video that we're showing here in this story. And in the 17 hours worth of video that we obtained here at KREM 2, one Durham bus driver did not follow the majority of safety guidelines that were established by the state. Durham is responsible for following those guidelines and educating staff about them.
It makes me really want to be able to stand up in front of somebody, a judge, a lawyer, scream it from the rooftops that our children are not safe.
SPS mother Amelia Potter doesn't want her son to ride on a Durham bus anymore. Tonight at 6, our Morgan Trow is showing various safety violations in a KREM 2 exclusive.
Well, today we are tracking a developing story out of eastern Idaho. A shooting at Rigby Middle School has left 3 people injured. 2 of those injured were students. The other is a custodian at the school. Now, according to Jefferson County Sheriff, the victim's injuries aren't believed to be life-threatening, and the suspect has been identified as a male student, and he's in custody. His age and name have not been released. Now, Rigby is a small town, only about 5,000 people, so as you can imagine, this has shaken the entire community.
Today we had the worst nightmare a school district could encounter. We had a school shooting.
Idaho Governor Brad Little acknowledged the shooting in this tweet this morning, saying, "I am praying for the lives and safety of those involved in today's tragic events. Thank you to our law enforcement agencies and school leaders for their efforts in responding to this incident. I am staying updated on this situation." And of course, we will bring you more updates as they are released. And for more information, you can always visit krem.com. We'll be back with more KREM 2 News coming up right after this quick break.